My name is Sydney with a B, and I've been afraid of insects my whole life.
Wait, where is it?
Where's what?
Where's the B?
There's a B! Welcome to RHS News!
Do you feel the vibes?
Your sword empowerment tip for the week. Never let a single soul tell you that you can't be exactly who you are, and that is from Lady Gaga. What's coming up today?
Alright, today we got the Hogwarts versus the Nerd Herd Quidditch match during Flex on the South Field. Alright, reminder, all library books are due now. Avoid fines and return all items.
Cool. For our upcoming events, all students who have registered for work-based learning, student internships, next year must return their signed application papers to Mrs. Crosby in room 140 as soon as possible.
Alright, Ridgeline students, the yearbook will be here soon, and once again, the yearbook staff will be hiding golden tickets and random books. It's almost the end of the year, and we need your pictures and videos from this year for the senior slideshow. Please send them to poisonivyphotography@gmail.com. Alright, seniors, please check the graduation clearance list in the window of the counseling office. If your name is not on the list, you need to meet with your counselor as soon as possible. Alright, what's for breakfast tomorrow?
Okay, breakfast for May 23rd is breakfast wrap, cereal, cheese stick, fruit, juice, and milk. What's for lunch?
For lunch, we got chicken sandwich with chips or pizza. Have a great day, Ridgeline!
So I've been into dog training for a long time. I lived in Colorado, and Colorado has a huge dog training scene. They're more into sports, so like frisbee dogs or music, heel work to music type of stuff. Yeah, really fun stuff. So I've done that for a while, but actual specific dog training I started about 6 years ago with my Border Collie Remy. So I started with the Cache County 4-H dog program, and then we started canines about 3 years ago. So with service dogs specifically, I actually haven't been working with them as long as I've been training. So I started training 6 years ago, and I actually started service dog work probably 2-ish years ago, about 2.5 years ago. So I haven't been doing it as long as actual training. I got into it because through canines, so many people were looking for service work. And so we started finding different programs for diabetic alert dogs, for hearing dogs, for guide dogs, that type of stuff, and really working through skills that way for how we could create our own service dog program. A fully trained service dog typically takes about 2 years.
2 years?
It depends on the dog, and then you typically are managing and maintaining skills throughout their life, but typically it's about a 2-year process. Me specifically, I've done guide dog. I've done guide dogs, which is seeing eye dogs, where they guide you around obstacles so that you don't hit obstacles. They stop at any curb, they stop at steps, that type of stuff. So I've done guide dogs. I've done a little bit of hearing dogs, so the dogs that help with those that are deaf or loss of hearing. And those types of skills include alerting their owner to, your phone went off, the smoke alarm went off, the doorbell rang, that type of stuff. Somebody called your name, those types of things. I've done psychiatric service dogs, those that, we have to do interrupt and redirect. So those that do self-harm behaviors, those that might have PTSD, those types of behaviors. And typically, again, those are alerts, those are blocking from people, making sure that their owner and handler stays safe. And then I've just started diabetic alert dog training as well. So where we go, what a dog can alert to low or high blood sugars. My favorite breed of dog to work with for a service dog is a golden retriever. But I've worked with a lot of golden retrievers. I've worked with labs, so Labrador retrievers. Obviously worked with a Cavalier. So I've worked with Cavaliers. I've worked with golden doodles. I've worked with a Labradoodle. I've worked with a Cocker Spaniel. Those are my main breeds that I've worked with. I've worked with one Doberman as a service dog, and they did really well. So there's a lot. Oh, and then I've got, what's Patches? Do you remember a mix? What is he?
Is it a long-haired Chihuahua mix?
Something like that. So we've got a Chihuahua right now as well. They're supposed to be invisible. No one should notice that they're there until they get up and start walking, basically. They shouldn't draw attention to themselves, so typically we teach them to hide underneath a table or underneath their chair or things like that. And the way we think of service dogs, or the way we want general public to think of them, is that they're a medical tool. So you don't go up so if somebody's using an inhaler, you would never go up and be like, can I borrow your inhaler, let me use it. Same thing with service dogs. We want to teach and educate people that you shouldn't be going up and getting attention from a service dog, even though they're cute, even though they might be looking at you, because they are performing a job. They're there for that person. They are a medical tool. They're helping that person in some way. So it's important to not interrupt that type of work. So we train our service dogs to be very right with their person, always with their person, to ignore the rest of the world, and for the world to ignore them, basically. So they're allowed to ask, is that a trained service dog, or is it a service dog in training? And then if yes, does your service dog perform a task or skill? They cannot ask you what task or skill that is. You can answer them, but both questions are just yes. So they can ask the skill, like, yes, my dog alerts me, but they can't ask, well, to what, for why, what disability do you have, type of stuff.
Yeah.
So they can know, yes, I get alerted my dog does a nose touch or something, but they don't have to know why, they don't have to know anything else about that. So those are their two questions that they're allowed to ask. Are they a service dog, and do they have a trained skill?
And for the record, Rachel's coworkers, or employees, rather, that's what we want to say. Rachel's employees know that she's the most amazing trainer in the whole valley.
Oh my gosh.
I'm dead serious. You can print that.
Okay, I'll have to put that in there.